Hey. Hey. First off, let me say it's March 1st. It's a Saturday. The first day of the month of March, a Saturday, baby. Okay. March 1st, 2025. But y'all know who it is. You hear that beat. When you hear this shit, we about to go in on one way or another. I need you to know I do this for me. I do this because I love to do it. The exchange of information and fellowship between you and I that will follow is just a byproduct. I am Racquel, and I just want to thank you for coming to vibe, simmer, and ride this beat with me in this moment of time. I'm here to rock the beat. I'm here to talk it down. I'm here to talk a little shit, but ultimately, I'm here to vibe. Now, you could be spending your time doing anything because there is so much to do, but you stopped on my doorstep, and I appreciate you for it. I'm a seer. My gift to the world is my voice. One of them, anyway. It articulates my viewpoints and expresses wisdom. I get you to feel. You may not know what you are feeling or how to express it, but you do feel some shit. My specialty is broadcast media arts, and I have a bachelor's in mass communication and public relations. My credentials aren't for me, but for you because y'all know you want to know people's qualifications. Before we get into it, I want to let you know I got some things to offer. Don't forget, I am Racquel No Chaser Podcast. It is available on my Patreon. You want to join my Patreon and follow me on Fanbase, okay? Also, I have Truth and Justice Tarot. Now, mind you, this is a free series for you to access. All you have to do is sign up to Patreon. But the podcast does come at a small fee. Not a big one, a small one. And there are some free episodes for you to test it out. I have a couple of ebooks. I have a tarot class. I got a whole bunch of shit. Just check out my Patreon shop. Okay? Now, I want to say this to you. Your allegiance and loyalty belong to yourself and the family you created. As long as you man this line of life, you will always make the right decision. Don't worry about others. Be prepared to reassess life daily. Now, when I say don't worry about others, I'm not saying fuck them and what they got going on. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you need to be more worried about you and help where you can. Now, new information comes in daily. Know that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, and ultimately, you are energy. This is why the creator is I am. Truth and Justice Tarot is a Patreon exclusive where I help solve murder and missing person mysteries. Please help me and send in your requests by clicking Send Your Suggestions located under the Contact tab on my website at RockyRoadTV.com. Watch the series for free by joining my Patreon. The Alpha and Omega. There is no beginning nor end. Just like water, energy transforms and transmutes. Water can go from wet to solid to vapor. Your energy can be embodied on earth, on the earth plane, and out of body in another plane. Your soul is eternal. And with that being said, I am Racquel, and I am the expression of collective consciousness. I am the expression of the I am through the signature of Racquel. Welcome to Rocky Road TV, where we laugh, learn, brainstorm, and expand our consciousness together. We will love together, cry together, grow together. And if you're still here, you have agreed to walk down this journey through this stream of consciousness with me. And I thank you for trusting me by considering what I have to say today. Now look here, y'all. We about to get into this shit. Hey! Hold on. I told y'all, we here to vibe. We gonna talk some shit, but we here to vibe. Now, I'm from Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. And there was a young lady here that lost her children. She lost 2 of her children. I believe it was her oldest child and a 2-year-old that she had. And she had a significant amount of children. They were sleeping in their car in the casino parking lot. I don't know if you've seen this, but it's very unfortunate. And, you know, our people do a lot of things. What we do best is we tear one another down. Now, I've never been in this young woman's situation. I didn't have it easy when I entered into motherhood. I didn't. I'm going to be honest with you. I had my trials and tribulations, but one way or another, something always came through. But everybody's story is different, and that I know and I have sympathy for. And also, more than anything, I keep my mouth off of shit that I'm not involved in. I might have my thoughts, but I'm not about to go in on people, and that's a huge reason of why I've had a hard time doing entertainment news. Because I have to be objective, because we have to love one another. And I think it's very important to note, if you're not helping, you're hurting. And are you going to get off your funky ass and offer this young lady some money, somewhere to stay, or anything to help her out? If not, then why do you have so much to say? Because the intricacies of what is going on, we are not privy to. We weren't privy to. We aren't walking down the journey with her. We're walking our journey. And I bet you if you told somebody something about your hard times and they dare come and condemn you about anything, you would have their throat. So how dare we give this young woman so much hate? And I'm not saying that she's perfect, because none of us are. We're all learning. And that is one hefty price to pay. It is one hefty price to bring a soul into the world, something that you must be the guardian of, and to lose that life, I can't even imagine. Now, if you're not real versed with what I'm talking about, I'm going to play this clip here for you. Okay? Now, bear with me, because I'm not paying YouTube a motherfucking thing. So if a commercial pop up, we're going to skip past it. But I want you to hear what this is, just in case you didn't know. Okay? Okay.
These 2 clips are the same video. The only difference, I use this app to adjust my eyes, so it looks like I'm looking directly into the camera.
A grieving mother trying to cope with a heartbreaking family tragedy is speaking out tonight to 7 News Detroit. She had been living in a van parked at the Hollywood Casino parking garage with her 4 children when the unthinkable happened. 2 of them died from what appears to be hypothermia. 7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cass telling us the mom says she tried to get help for her homeless family, but no one answered the call until it was too late.
I lost the one who made me a mother. I lost a 2-year-old. I'm dying inside. It hurt. I feel like my heart is breaking. And I have 2 more kids to live for.
It's been a long journey for Tatiana Williams with an even tougher battle ahead. She spent the last 3 months living in a van with her children.
And I regret having to sleep out there so bad. I tell them I'm sorry, but I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me.
1 a.m. on Monday morning, they parked at the Hollywood Greektown Casino parking garage in below freezing temps. Overnight, the car ran out of gas, and the next day, her 9-year-old son was not breathing.
I tried to give him CPR, and I was just giving him CPR. I just kept saying, Fetty, don't leave me. Don't leave me, please.
After a friend helped take him to the hospital, her 2-year-old daughter was also found unresponsive. Both were later pronounced dead from what appears to be hypothermia.
She didn't even get to live her life. She didn't get to do nothing. She lost her life because I had to sleep in the car.
In a press conference, the mayor and city leaders confirmed that Tatiana did call the city's homeless response team back in November, but nothing ever came of it.
At least as far as we've been able to determine so far, the family never called back again for service. And as far as we've been able to tell, our homeless staff never proactively reached out to say, what happened with your situation? Was it resolved?
Mayor Duggan is now calling for a review of the city's homeless services, while Tatiana is now in a shelter and her kids are with relatives.
It took my 2 kids to die for y'all to help me. It just don't work like that. It hurt losing 2 kids in one night. You know, I don't wish this on nobody. And if you can get help, please go get help. Because I don't want nobody else to go through what I'm feeling.
And the new McFall Brothers Funeral Home here in Detroit is providing funeral services for these children free of charge to the family. Now, if you are homeless or on the verge of homelessness, you can call 866-313-2520. We also have more resources listed on our website, WXYZ.com. In downtown Detroit, I'm Brett Cast, 7 News Detroit.
How do you know when it...
So you heard that, right? Now, I saw a clip where they also interviewed the father of those children. And he said that she didn't ask him for help. He said that she called him asking him to come get his kids, you know. So I guess in his mind it had to be a definite reason why he needed to get his kids, which is not surprising, right? And, you know, he said he had to work and do all of this and do all of that. Now, we could beat down the dad, too, which people have done. But let me tell you something. I can't talk about these 2 people. Shoulda, coulda, woulda ain't gonna bring them kids back. But what I can say is, we have got to guard our bodies, our energy, our attention, our focus, our intention when it comes to walking this journey we call life. Because the thing is, the truth is, every action has a reaction. Every choice has a consequence, be it good or bad. And that's one thing I can stand on. And it's not about a right or a wrong per se. That's how we rationalize things. It's about how things work and how they don't work. How things move and how they don't move. And see, we are the custodians of our lives. Now, the reason why I say I'm not going to speak on this young woman and his man, because, and the man, I'm sorry, let me be clear, because sometimes you know how words spew that out. The reason I'm not going to speak on these 2, because, again, I have not walked their lives. So I don't know what experiences they've had and what lack of knowledge they suffer from or lack of experience. And when we live in survival, Survival mode is a bitch, and you can make a lot of mistakes in survival mode unintentionally. And this is why it is best to stay out of survival mode. But see, people are born into situations, and they don't always course correct right away or find the answers, right? And a lot of us like to finger wag. But I feel like when you look at these situations, there's two things you can do. You can, one, help, or you don't have to. But you can be grateful that that's not you. And that's not to kick the other person. That's just to have gratitude that you didn't go through that. Because losing a child has got to be devastating. Now, I have 3, and my oldest is 20. And thank Creator Divine Source that all 3 of them are healthy. They're living. Okay? And that's a beautiful thing because there's so many components on this planet. But I wrote a thing called Truth Will Make You Free so that you can live life abundantly. This is why you had to join my Patreon. This is something I wrote, and I get deep into it because I woke up and this was on my spirit. I began channeling these things, and then I had to type them out. In the midst of confusion and chaos, we've got to sit down and we have to be truthful with ourselves, because only in truth will you become free, and you can make the necessary adjustments. But as long as you stay in an alternate state, and I'm talking about your truth, own up to your truth, as long as you rock yourself to sleep so you can cope with the things going on in your life, you're always going to be in some kind of confusion, delusion, chaos. The only way to clear it up is to step into the truth, because the truth is the light and it does clear the pathway. Come on, somebody. But I can't chastise this young lady because I don't know. There is components and building blocks to a situation such as this. I think it was said, or even her mother and maybe a sibling was in that car with her. So this is generations of poverty or what do you call it? Not inconvenience. I'm searching for the word. This is generational of unfortunate events. Let's say that. There we go. And as a result, 2 kids have transitioned. May they rest in peace. So, again, a lot of people had a lot of shit to say on the interweb. And so I happen to be on TikTok, that motherfucking TikTok. And I came across this lady, and she was talking, and she had the young lady that I'm just been talking about, her picture in the background. She was talking about this, and she was talking about how these black mothers don't want their children. And I'm listening to her, and I'm laughing at what she's saying, right? Because it definitely had truth to it. I'm not gonna hold you up, but I'm not the one to get on the soapbox and finger wag and tell people how they wrong. I'd rather show you the way to liberate yourself and come to your own conclusions. Nah, I am creator source in the expression of Racquel, but I'm definitely not going to make myself somebody else's God, whether I'm God or not. We are all God, but I'm not going to make myself your God. That's not my job nor my business. But if you seek my advice, I'll give it to you. or my perspective, I'll give it to you. But people, this is the internet. People say what they say because they feel like they should say it. There's a lot of things that I've said since I started doing this in 2016. It's a lot of things that I've said. I have 2 YouTube channels. And I'm sure there are many things that I've said. If I look at it, I'd be like, well, I don't. This is how I feel about this today. We evolve, right? But my point is, people have the right to speak their piece. So with that being said, we're going to get into what I'm talking about, what this lady was saying, because I screen recorded it. Oh, hell yeah, I did. 18 minutes and 57 seconds. Now, we might not listen to all of that shit, but I'm going to let you listen to some of it, and I might stop in between and talk about it too. So let's do it.
Trying to eat the 3D grapes off the food pyramid. Mama, I want some. That shit ain't even real. It only look real. These hoes don't feed their children. They'll get a plate of food and they will feed their baby off their plate of food. She give the baby 1 spoonful, she eat 2. Give the baby 1, she eat 3. Give him another one, she eat 4. Then it's gone. Ain't no more, mama. We finished. We done. Ain't no more. The baby's still hungry. I said it ain't. Go sit down. No, you ate. You think because your baby is little that they only want to eat little while your ass drags the ground with your wide ass back. I done sat with you. I seen what you do. I know what you do. Don't want your babies. And you hide it for a little while. You hide it behind them closed doors. You hide it real good behind them closed doors. And then when you can't take it anymore, we get stories like this. But the babies already was going through it already. That shit ain't just fucking happened. That's the last thing she did. She did some more shit before they was unalived. Now they ain't gotta suffer no more. That's good, they're gone. Now they ain't gotta suffer no more. Beating them all the time. I mean, little like that, beating them all the time. I done seen females, they start tapping them 6, 7, 8 months, hitting them already. Pulling on your earring. You try to stop. Just take the fucking earring out. I thought you was the most educated. Take the earring out. And then the baby don't gotta pull on the earring. But y'all don't even know how to do that.
Now, I've never seen no mother hit their baby like 6, 7 months. I'm not saying it's not a thing. I'm not saying she make it up, because one thing's for sure. There's infinite possibilities in this universe, okay? So somebody's hitting on their motherfucking 6-month-old. I just ain't never seen it. But this woman is emphatic about what she's saying. She's passionate about it. And I get it. Because she has merit. But I'm not saying I never would have did this. I'm saying today, unless I catch somebody blatantly doing something wrong, yeah, I'm going to keep my mouth up off it. I'm going to give my objective opinion. But let's continue.
Stop! Leave my earring alone! Stop! I done seen it. Take the shit out, Miss Most Educated. Because he's gonna pull on it. You don't want your children. You just want that third leg. That's why women get so mad when they find out that their baby father have children by another woman. Because they know for the most part he's a no good ninja and he gonna go over there and lay that pipe to her anytime he feel like it. That's why they be mad. He get to fuck you and her anytime he want. And y'all, the broken women, let them. This is why I don't go to these females' lives. I can't stomach them. I don't go into their rooms. I can't stomach what they talk about. They're full of excuses and they're evil, broken black bitches. And for the men whose dick get hard for them, how? How? How do your joint even get hard? How? That's because for the men, that's your equal. Pookie and Pookisha. That's how.
Now, she's right about that. She said, how you even get hard for chicks like that? Because that's the type of chick they on that same vibration. But I will say this, though. There are going to be people in this world that are perceived, as we perceive them, to make chronic bad decisions. And that is part of their life's journey. And either they will learn or they won't. But it's their problem. Now, I'm not saying we should not speak on these things. I'm not saying it at all. All I'm simply saying is that they are a thing in the universe. Because we are all on different journeys, going through different things. And the thing about it is, when your journey looks different, you look next to you and you be like, well, what is that shit about? You can't understand it. It is not your journey. We're all on different frequencies and vibrations. See, but one thing I feel like when it comes to our people where I get frustrated that I will speak on, we've got a lot of lip. We give a lot of lip service. Oh, we are eloquent and proficient and flamboyant and flagrant and colorful and theatrical and all this other O's and shit. When it comes to articulating our disdain for the things that we do. But what are we doing to change it? Because here's the thing. When, on one hand, when people want to do better, they will seek for guidance. Now, even though I don't feel that, I don't see the Bible in the way that a lot of other people see it, but it has some good principles. It has some good information if you know how to interpret it right. And it says, seek and ye shall find. Ask not, you have not. Something like that. If these motherfuckers ain't asking, they don't want to know. Or maybe they're trying to find out the hard way. But that's on one hand. On the other hand, we also have to understand that we are one another's responsibility. The black community is responsible for the black community. And if it's so, we want to operate individualized, that's fine too. But then we should also keep our mouths shut. I mean, and that's just my opinion. I'm not saying what I'm saying is the end all be all. I'm just saying. A lot of people got a lot of shit to say and they're not going to do shit about it. They're not going to do nothing about it. How about you open your home? If this woman came to your house and said she needs shelter, would you know? Because you would be scared. You don't know what she got going on. Maybe she got bed bugs. Maybe she got some crazy ass nigga that's going to follow her. You don't know what people have going on. And you're not wrong to feel that way. But when you know you on that type of time, shut the fuck up. How about you go over there and take her meals? How about you go over there and volunteer to watch them kids? We got a lot to say. Now me, I'm going to tell you something. As a married woman, at my third child, I knew I can't take another child. It wouldn't be good for me. But everybody is not aware, and people get in different situations for whatever reason. They end up 5, 6, 7 kids, and you be thinking, damn, you should have stopped before the one. And you damn sure should have been done after the one. That's what you be thinking. But we don't know why these people end up in this shit. But one thing we do know, if they knew better, they do better. Because one thing about the truth, standing in your truth, what did I say? It's like the light. It illuminates your path. So therefore, you will be convicted to make different decisions. So they're not just knowing better and just saying, fuck that, I'm going to be stupid. No, that's not what's going on. But let's continue and see what else she has to say here.
Story just didn't just pop out of nowhere. These kids already be suffering already from the time that they come home from the hospital. See, our unhealed black women, when they get pregnant, the proper thoughts don't flow through their mind. They don't think about, most women when they get pregnant and they're healed, they think about whose toes the baby gonna have. Whose fingers he gonna have? My fingers, he gonna have his father's fingers. Whose eyes is he gonna have? What is his voice gonna sound like? All the stuff you're gonna teach him, the books that you're gonna read to him. These are the things that flow through a woman's mind when she's healed. But unhealed black women, when they get pregnant, the only thing they look forward to is not being pregnant. Oh, I can't wait to have this baby. And then when they have the baby, they get on the phone. Girl, I ain't pregnant no more. Girl, I am not. Girl, bring that waist trainer over. And all your broken friends have a party about how you're not pregnant anymore. That's not. What about the baby? What about the kind of formula? Is you going to breastfeed, or is he going to have stomach problems? Is he lactose intolerant? None of these things go through the mind of the unhealed, broken black woman in the black community. Your broken black girlfriends come over with liquor. They come over with weed. They come over being loud. They come over not washing their hands. They come over smelling like smoke, playing music. Ain't nobody asked you, do you want me to cook for you? Do you want to just go to sleep for a couple of hours? I'll sit here with the baby. Go get some rest. Go take a shower. Let me do some laundry for you. No, they come over with a bottle of Hennessy and some fucking backwoods. Girl, okay? You drop that low. Okay. So stop asking where the daddy at. Stop asking. What are you doing?
Now, what she says, stop asking where the daddy at, right? I see Where I see that making sense is you in this situation is already a bold situation. It's already, So you gave birth to the child. You need to be as solid as you can be no matter what. But the thing is, if you're not solid, of course, more than likely, the man that you have procreated with is not solid. So basically, in translation, both you motherfuckers are jankly as fuck. So why y'all keep asking about the daddy? Because she on some bullshit, so you know that motherfucker on bullshit. He just dropped some dick off. And he might not even did that well. Now that's the portion of me talking some shit. Okay? So that's what she's saying when she say that. But let's continue.
Don't bit more care about them kids than a man on the moon. You ain't pregnant no more. Yeah, that's something that your body did. Women in comas can have a baby. Your stomach will grow. Women in comas have had babies. You ain't did nothing, sis. You ain't did nothing being pregnant for 9 months and pushing out a baby. You haven't done anything. That's not the real work. And you run around, okay, guess who? Girl, I ain't pregnant no more. Girl, I ain't pregnant. You never should have been pregnant to begin with. Girl, I ain't pregnant no more. The hell? Girlfriend dumb, you dumb, family dumb, aunties dumb, the mother dumb. Just generations of dumbness.
So in translation, the dysfunction, the lack of knowledge, the bad decision making, these are generational things. And see, we talk shit about mothers like this, but did she have a chance? Did somebody who knew better come along and show her better? Probably not, because see, more of us is on the internet talking shit than doing anything. And a lot of us that make change, we trying to make change over the internet, which gives signal to the opposition so it can only dismantle what we're trying to do. So we on the internet talking shit, trying to make change, but then we just become like the feds. Because you didn't already been approached, because we don't understand that change comes by being silent. These people that be out here doing this, and I'm feeding the homeless, and I'm doing all this, and they putting it on the internet, that's suspect to me. Because real change moves silent. I mean, you can show some things if you want. I mean, it has its place for that, right? There can be various reasons of why you might put that on the internet. But you know what I'm saying. You use your discernment and know when people just, hey, y'all, look at me. Look at what I'm doing. 511 on the clock as I'm speaking. So it's like we on these podcasts, as I'm on one my damn self. And we talking about men versus women and all type of shit and what Diddy doing and who is the motherfucker behind the curtain, who's the Wizard of Oz and all of this stuff. And meanwhile, what the fuck are we doing for ourselves and our community? And these are things you meet about in private and get organized and do. I'm just saying. Let's continue a little bit more and then we gonna wrap this shit up.
All because of sex. All because you don't know how to keep track of your own period. Thought you was the most educated. Don't even know how to be pregnant right. Can't even have a big old juicy 9-pound baby. Don't want a big baby.
Now let me stop right there too. She said, I guess you're the most educated. Well, here's the thing. What she's saying is a lot of black women, you know, you always hear that thing, black women have the most degrees, this, that, and the third, woo, 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 woo. However, those statistics lie. To my understanding, a lot of educated women don't want to have kids, or they don't have as many kids. So she wouldn't be speaking, this is just to be funny, you know, to give a dig, because someone busy getting their education and trying to make all these moves, having a bunch of kids, I'm not saying it's impossible, but that damn sure ain't the fucking majority. I can tell you that. But I get what she's saying. She being funny, you know, whatever.
You want your stomach to get big. 9 months pregnant, don't even know you pregnant. Where's the father? And so when women say that to stories like this, when our broken women say, "Where's the daddy?" You know what that says? That says, I am an emotionally unbalanced, insane lunatic. And if I feel pressure, I'm gonna hurt this fucking baby. That's what that says. Just so you know. That's what that says. When y'all say, "Where's the father?" to stories like this, you are agreeing with me with everything I'm saying about the broken black woman. You're not fit. So it's not making him look bad when you say, "Where's the daddy?" It's making you look like the broken black bitch that you are.
Now, when she says that, what makes me think, this is how I take that. Don't expect much from me in any way. That's your body. This is your life. You make the decisions. She made the decision. That was her body, her life. And y'all talking about where's the daddy? If she ain't serious, why you think he would be, right? I don't know. That's just how I'm interpreting it. But yeah, when you're living in survival and you've gotten yourself in a situation that has become overwhelming, that you can't anticipate, plan around, control, you might get frustrated and something might happen to your kids. It's a litany of possibilities, right? Somebody in the comments said, what is the solution, or are you just spewing negativity? Oh my God. You see how there's so many viewpoints to one scenario, because from her standpoint, in her own way, she's bringing awareness and she's frustrated with this type of shit. But the other person is valid in their statement. Are we just going to talk about negative shit all night, or are you going to give a solution? That's why everybody's viewpoint in a lot of ways be right. I don't know, it's deep. But look, y'all, it's 7 more minutes to that shit. I'm not going to keep playing it. You get the point. I do want you to let me know how you feel about that, though. What do you have to say? Tell me in the comments. And also, feel free. If you want me to talk about some shit, let me know. We could talk about that thing. Just make sure your ass is in attendance for the conversation. Again, make sure you subscribe to my Patreon. You can subscribe for free. Follow me on Fanbase. If you want to book a session with me, you can at rockyroadtv.com. Don't forget about the I Am Racquel No Chaser podcast. Don't forget about Truth and Justice Tarot. These things you want to be on Patreon. All of the things in my shop, Patreon shop. The books, the tarot class, the resources for creators. Just check it out. Patreon. But I thank y'all so much for rocking with me and being in this thing. I felt we need to talk about it because we are so hard on one another. We are so hard, but we gonna win this battle only with love and truth. And see, one thing about spirituality, that's what we'll call it because that's the mainstream term and everybody understands when I say it. The recipe to it is truth and accountability. Unlike religion is about someone coming to save you and making everything better. Spirituality is about you taking accountability and taking your power back and knowing where your power comes from and knowing who you are and moving accordingly. And we're all, from the day we are born, on that same journey, whether we are aware or not. That is the journey. That is life. I love y'all. Check out this whole series. Start at episode 1. Because you didn't miss some shit. I didn't talk some shit. These episodes will not all be the same. So every time you listen to this beat, you in for a treat. I love y'all. I'm out.